Hello and welcome to the Disney News Show. Here's your host, CruellasFurCoat.
Yes, this is the Disney News Show. I am CruellasFurCoat, and this is episode 39 on today, Sunday the 5th of August 2012. Now, I've got a lot of news to get through today. There's been loads of stuff that's been happening at Walt Disney World that I'm really excited to share with you guys. But before we get started, I've also got something else to show you very quickly. But before I get started, I'd just like to give a big mention to a brand new Disney podcast which started this week, and it is called IMDO Podcast. And it's been set up by Mark and Tara Patar, who are some great friends who I met at Mouse Meets earlier this year, and they've set up their own podcast, and it's IMDO, which stands for In My Disney Opinion, and I thought the first episode was fantastic. They did some great kind of debates about some great stuff that's going on at Walt Disney World and Disneyland Paris, along with some news and rumours, which is always great. So I would really recommend you guys checking them out. I'll leave a link down below to their website, and you can go and check out the first podcast. Give loads of support. I think it's fantastic, and I'm really pleased, and I would love to, well, I can't wait for more episodes. So that's just a quick mention for the IMDO podcast. But before we get to the news again, I am just going to quickly show you a new animation that I got this week. I picked up this one, which is something that it's called Around the World, and it is now available in UK Disney stores and online. Oh, it's called Magic Around the World, sorry. And I picked this up from the Trafford Centre the other day. It costs £8, you can see on the bottom there, or €10. So it's really nice. I love that design. I think it's fantastic with all them flags. And yes, I thought this was really cool. I'm going to keep it boxed. I've decided, I've made a decision that I'm going to keep all my open box vinyls closed, just because I think it's nice to have kind of the casing, and they do look gorgeous, and you can see all the detail and everything. So for open boxes, I'm going to keep them closed. Obviously for closed boxes, I'm going to open them, but for these ones, I'm going to keep it closed. But I would really recommend you checking that out if you get a chance to go to your local Disney store, either here in the UK, or I'm sure they're available in the US as well. So that is good stuff. A new animation this week. Okay, but now it is time to get on with the Walt Disney World news. And from last Wednesday, Disney has now introduced free Wi-Fi to the Magic Kingdom. This is the first time that Disney has made full park-wide internet access available to guests. According to people who have already tried out the service, the internet performs well throughout the park and is really easy to log in. All you have to do is go onto your Wi-Fi and find the network name, which is Disney-Guest, and all you have to do is accept terms and conditions, and you're logged in for your whole stay at the park. So it's not like you have to log in every time you get to a new area or anything. It looks like it's really well working really well. And the good news is that although the internet is available in all kind of the outside areas and in shops and restaurants, it is not available. There's no service at all inside attractions, which for me is great news, because obviously people maybe would be using their internet inside attractions, which for me defeats the whole objective of going on an attraction. So I am really pleased that is the way it is, and it's also good that there's some moderation on the websites that are available. There's a few sites that have been blocked, I've heard, but all the big ones like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter are available. So that's great for people maybe from abroad who go to Walt Disney World and are now able to go in Magic Kingdom and use the internet for free, which is great news. And they've been kind of rolling out the internet at the Disney resorts over the past few years, and all the resorts now have Wi-Fi access in the rooms and in kind of the common areas. And the service is also to be rolled out to the other parks and to Downtown Disney over the coming months. So this is great news that it's all to do with the next gen stuff that Disney is implementing in the parks, so this is really going to help out with that. Okay, also, kind of relating to that, this week a new free Walt Disney World app has been released for iPad and iPhone. It's called My Disney Experience and includes quite a lot of useful information, including all new park maps of the resort, accurate wait times, and also the Times Guide. This app replaces the former Mobile Magic app, and the best thing is that you don't actually have to be in the parks to find out stuff like the wait times and the fast pass return times. So that is really cool, because I've downloaded it to my iPad and I managed to get all the information right here in my room. So that is great news for anyone from abroad, because I'm pretty sure with the Mobile Magic you couldn't get it outside the parks. So now being able to get everything from wherever you are is great news, and I'm sure this will be really useful for people visiting the parks kind of soon, or when you're at the parks, just to kind of get a bit more information. So this is really nice, and I love the new maps that they've done. The maps look really cool, so I'd definitely check it out. It's available, obviously, from the UK. It's available in the US. I'm sure it's available worldwide, and it's free, so can't beat a free app. So great stuff there. The new My Disney Experience app. Okay, next up we have a bit of New Fantasyland news. I've got an update for you here. And the bronze statue of Gaston, which is set to become a centrepiece of the Beauty and the Beast realm of New Fantasyland, has arrived on site this week. The statue will be taking its place atop the fountain in the centre of the of Belle's village soon, along with the hunter's sidekick LeFou. And there's been a few people have kind of mentioned, looking at the photo, that there's a bit of a difference between the actual statue and the original artist rendering that we saw a couple of years ago, was it? Well, it will have been about 2 years ago that we saw that. And the main difference is that Gaston is holding another barrel upon his left shoulder instead of a musket. So this is probably because it was kind of a bit of a I don't really know, a few comments about people not wanting a gun to be present in the New Fantasyland. So Disney has completely got rid of the gun, and instead of holding a gun up here, he is holding another barrel. So yeah, so that is that. I mean, I was never a big fan of them having this Gaston statue. As much as I love Gaston, the statue, well, the fountain in the film is not got Gaston on, so I was a bit annoyed about that, but I don't know, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? But yeah, so it's great news. We're getting closer to the opening. We've got a couple of months left, not long, before the opening of New Fantasyland, and seeing stuff like this, like the finishing touches really, these statues and the all the things like that, really make it seem like it's coming very soon. Okay, finally, oh no, 2 more things, sorry, at Walt Disney World. Disney has announced this week that they are planning to refurbish the entire 14th floor of the Contemporary Resort. This is going to take place between January and the summer of next year, so please be aware of that. We already knew that the California Grill was closing, but they decided to do the whole of the 14th floor, so all the rooms, all the corridors, the concierge lobby and everything is going to be redone. So please bear that in mind if you're heading to Walt Disney World or to the Contemporary Resort next year, that Disney is doing a complete refurb, a complete renovation of the 14th floor. Finally now, from Walt Disney World, that the Lion King wing of Disney's Art of Animation Resort is opening this Friday, the 10th of August. I'm very excited about this. I've seen pictures of this Lion King wing and I think it's my favourite. I love it. I think the detail that's gone into this wing is extraordinary. I love it, and I'm really excited for this to be open. I've seen lots of pictures, and so yeah. So if you're at Walt Disney World this week, maybe you can go and check it out. The Art of Animation Resort. We've already had the Finding Nemo and the Cars wings are open. So we've got the Lion King, and then is it something like September that the Little Mermaid wing is going to be open, and it's going to be completely open for business, and so that is fantastic. So that is all the Walt Disney World for this week, and we're going to get straight into the Disneyland news. But first, it is now August, which means it is contest time here on the Disney News Show, and so here are all the details if you want to get involved. Yes, up for grabs this month is the Blu-ray, which is on the screen right now. It is the Cinderella Trilogy Down Edition Blu-ray collection from the UK. Now, this stunning set is going to be released in the UK later on this month, but you can get your hands on it for free. And the way to do that is to simply make a video response answering one of the questions as specified on the contest video. For example, what Disney movie would you like to see re-released in 3D soon? Entries are free to all my subscribers. Entrants can be any age, and the contest is open worldwide. Competition closes at midnight BST on Friday 31st of August. Entries made after this time won't be counted. Competition rules can be found by visiting the contest page, which a link will be down in the description box below. Winner will be announced through a special video on Saturday 1st of September. Good luck, and I look forward to watching your responses. Yes, Good luck to everyone who is going to enter the contest. I look forward to all your responses, and yeah, so that is great. If you want to get your hands on that Blu-ray set, then definitely don't forget to enter the contest. So, next up, we're going to head straight over to Disneyland, and first up with the news, from September 1st, the Pirates League will be appearing at Disneyland for the first time. The experience has been available at Walt Disney World since May 2009 and includes transforming guests into pirates similar to the Princess experience at Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. I've not actually had to go of this, but I've seen people go around the parks and they really do a lot to you. Like there's face paint, there's bandanas, there's bits of kind of say jewellery, but you know things like for pirates you got swords and all that kind of stuff. It looks really fantastic. The face paint is really, really great, and I think it's great that this is coming to Disneyland, and it's actually going to be available close to the Pirates of the Caribbean, as you would expect, at the Court of Angels in New Orleans Square. And there's going to be 3 different packages to choose from. The first one being based on Jake and the Neverland Pirates, the second one being based around a first mate, and the last one being called Empress, which is being made especially for girls. And the prices for this are going to range from $29.95 to $34.95 per person. And so this is really great, and I think it's a great way for kids and adults, actually, as adults do it as well, to kind of get in the real Disney spirit and all that kind of stuff. And it's going to be available this autumn, or this fall, sorry, for people to use, and you can pre-book by calling 715-781-78953 if you want to pre-book, because they've said kind of for the dates when there's Disney's Halloween party taking place, it's going to get booked up pretty soon. So if you're heading there for Halloween season, I was at Halloween last year at Walt Disney World when this was taking place, and there's lots of people going around the Halloween parties with this this transformation, and it looks really fantastic. So I definitely recommend it. You can go and check it out at that number that I've just mentioned, and so that is great news there. Okay, so next up at Disneyland now is that next Sunday the Princess Fantasy Fair in Fantasyland will be closing. This is in order to make way for the new live entertainment experience coming to Fantasyland next summer. And if you're looking to meet the princesses, and obviously this isn't going to be available, the princesses are going to be available for meet and greet from August 13th on the path to It's a Small World. So you can go and get your princess fix there instead of at the Princess Fantasy Fair, and that is until the all-new Fantasy Fair opens near to Sleeping Beauty Castle next spring. So be aware of that if you're heading to Disneyland later this month and then for the rest of this year. Until next spring, the Fantasy Fair is not going to be available, but you can still meet your princesses, as I've just mentioned, and the new one will be opening up next spring. Okay, so that is the Disneyland news for this week, and we're heading over to Aulani. And a new offer for Aulani guests throughout the rest of this year has been announced this week, and the offer will allow guests to receive 5 nights for the price of 3 when booking from now until November the 10th. So this is great news for anyone who is heading to Aulani later this year. This is available for anyone booking a trip to Aulani, you're going to be there from September 10th through to December 22nd, and please be aware that offer excludes suites and also the Grand Villas, and to take advantage of this offer, visit disneyaulani.com and enter the code O8V to kind of get the offer. So this is great news for anyone who is going there. Obviously, I am a big fan of Aulani, even though I've not been. I think it looks gorgeous. I would so like to go, and Aulani just looks absolutely incredible. So anyone who's heading there or thinking of heading there, maybe this'll make it happen. So yeah, you're getting 5 nights for the price of 3. Okay, so that is all the Aulani news, and we've got one other little bit of news. There's not been much else happening apart from the parks this week, and that is that this month, to celebrate the release of Brave in UK theatres, selected Disney stores in the UK are putting on Brave-related activities for children. The first of these took place yesterday and will be happening for the next 3 Saturdays. That's August 11th, 18th and 25th. So if anyone is looking for a way to entertain kids during the summer holidays, go and visit your local Disney store. I think it's most of the big stores. I was at the Trafford Centre one the other day, and they said it's going to be happening there. I'm sure it'll be happening at a number of locations. So that is good news for UK Disney fans. You can go and check that out. I'm sure it's great. They normally put on some great games and things. Or activities for kids. There's been a Spider-Man one going on for the past month, and that finished last week. So Brave started yesterday. So that is that. Not much more to tell this week. There's not been any big movie news, but great stuff there. And that is all the news for this week. So I thank you very much for watching the Disney News Show. This has been episode 39 on today, Sunday the 5th of August 2012 from me, CruellasFurCoat. Hope you tune in for more Disney updates as well as DVD and Blu-ray updates all the time here on my channel. And don't forget to enter the contest if you want to win a chance to win that Cinderella Trilogy Down Edition Blu-ray collection. Definitely remember to enter, and the link will be down below. Also, if you don't already know, I am on Twitter. Find me at CruellasFurCoat. And don't forget to check out the I Am Geo podcast. A link will be down below as well. As I mentioned, fantastic new Disney podcast. And please don't forget to leave your comments and questions about anything mentioned in this week's episode, or what you might like to see featured on a future episode in the coming weeks. Please just let me know. If you've got anything you'd like me to talk about, anything you want me to review, I'm happy to, I'm open to suggestions, and that is it. So, have a great week. I will see you soon. Goodbye.